Hello YouTube viewers. Today we're taking a closer look at the unforgettable cast of one of cinema's greatest epics, The Ten Commandments. Charlton Heston. Charlton Heston played the role of Moses, the Hebrew prophet who led his people out of slavery in Egypt and received the Ten Commandments from God. Heston was born as John Charles Carter in 1923 in Evanston, Illinois, and adopted his mother's maiden name after his parents divorced. He served in the U.S. Army Air Forces during World War II as a radio operator and aerial gunner. He began his acting career in theater and television, where he met his wife Lydia Clark, whom he married in 1944 and remained with until his death. He became a Hollywood star after appearing in films such as The Greatest Show on Earth, Ben-Hur, and El Cid. He won an Academy Award for Best Actor for his performance in Ben-Hur and received the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2003 from President George W. Bush. He was also known for his political activism and his support for civil rights, gun rights, and environmental causes. He was the president of the National Rifle Association from 1998 to 2003 and famously declared "For my cold, dead hands" at a rally in 2000. He died in 2008 at the age of 84 from complications of Alzheimer's disease. Anne Baxter. Anne Baxter played the role of Nefertiri, the wife of Ramesses II and the former love interest of Moses. Baxter was born in 1923 in Michigan City, Indiana, and was the granddaughter of architect Frank Lloyd Wright, who influenced her artistic sensibility. She made her film debut at the age of 13 in 20 Mule Team and won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her role as Eve Harrington in All About Eve, where she played an ambitious actress who schemes to usurp the career of an aging star. She also starred in films such as The Razor's Edge, I Confess, and The Blue Gardenia. She was married 3 times and had 3 children, 2 daughters with actor John Hodiak and a son with rancher Randolph Galt. She lived on a cattle station in Australia with Galt for several years before returning to Hollywood. She died in 1985 at the age of 62 from a brain aneurysm while walking down Madison Avenue in New York City. Edward G. Robinson. Edward G. Robinson played the role of Dathan, a Hebrew overseer who betrayed his people and sided with the Egyptians. Robinson was born as Emanuel Goldenberg in 1893 in Bucharest, Romania, and immigrated to New York with his family when he was 10 years old. He studied acting at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts and made his Broadway debut in 1915 in The Bright Shawl. He became famous for his roles as gangsters and villains in films such as Little Caesar, Key Largo, and Double Indemnity. He was also an avid art collector and a philanthropist who donated millions to various causes, including the establishment of the Edward G. Robinson Theater at the Actors Studio. He was blacklisted during the McCarthy era and had to testify before the House Un-American Activities Committee, where he denied being a communist but named some of his associates as possible communists. He died in 1973 at the age of 79 from bladder cancer, just 2 months after receiving an honorary Academy Award for his contribution to cinema. Yul Brynner. Yul Brynner played the role of Ramesses II, the pharaoh of Egypt who refused to let the Hebrews go and pursued them to the Red Sea. Brynner was born as Yuli Borisovich Brynner in 1920 in Vladivostok, Russia, and claimed to be of Mongolian, Swiss, and Russian descent. He grew up in China and France, where he learned to speak several languages and developed an interest in music and theater. He started his career as a circus acrobat and a nightclub singer before becoming a Broadway star in The King and I, where he played the role of King Mongkut of Siam more than 4,000 times. He reprised his role as King Mongkut in the film adaptation, for which he won an Academy Award for Best Actor. He also starred in films such as Anastasia, The Magnificent Seven, and Westworld. He was one of the first actors to shave his head for a role and became an icon of baldness. He was married 4 times and had 5 children, including 2 adopted daughters from Vietnam. He died in 1985 at the age of 65 from lung cancer, which he attributed to his heavy smoking habit. Yvonne De Carlo. Yvonne De Carlo played the role of Sephora, the daughter of Jethro, the high priest of Midian, and the wife of Moses. De Carlo was born as Margaret Yvonne Middleton in 1922 in Vancouver, Canada, and moved to Hollywood with her mother when she was 15 years old. She started her career as a dancer and a singer before becoming a film actress. She starred in films such as Salome, where she danced, Criss Cross, and Band of Angels. She also played Lily Munster in the TV series The Munsters, where she wore a long black wig and a white streak in her hair. She was married once to stuntman Bob Morgan, whom she met on the set of The Ten Commandments. They had 2 sons, Bruce and Michael, but divorced in 1974 after Morgan lost a leg in a train accident. She died in 2007 at the age of 84 from heart failure. Deborah Padgett. Deborah Padgett played the role of Lilia, a Hebrew slave girl who loved Joshua, a Hebrew stonecutter who followed Moses. Padgett was born as Deborah Lee Griffin in 1933 in Denver, Colorado, and was one of 5 siblings who all became actors. She signed a contract with 20th Century Fox when she was 15 years old and appeared in films such as Broken Arrow, Love Me Tender, and The Indian Tomb. She retired from acting in 1965 after marrying Ling Si Kung, a Chinese millionaire and nephew of Madam Chiang Kai-shek. She divorced him in 1980 and married 2 more times, to oilman Louis C. Kung and to Buddhist teacher Satchidananda Sarasvati. She is still alive today at the age of 87 and lives in Houston, Texas. John Derek. John Derek played the role of Joshua, a Hebrew stonecutter who loved Lilia and followed Moses to the Promised Land. Derek was born as Derek DeLevin Harris in 1926 in Hollywood, California, and served in the U.S. Army during World War II as a photographer. He made his film debut in 1944 in Since You Went Away and starred in films such as Knock on Any Door, All the King's Men, and Exodus. He was also a photographer and a director who made several films with his 4th wife, Bo Derek, whom he met when she was 16 and he was 46. He was married 4 times and had 2 children, a son with actress Patty Bears and a daughter with actress Ursula Andress. He died in 1998 at the age of 71 from heart failure. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated with more content, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your likes and subscriptions help us create more content and keep you informed. Now is the perfect time to click that like button and subscribe. Thank you, and see you in the next video.